What's up, guys? Now in this video I want to speak about uh, the diabetes. Basically I was seeing one video about what is the reason because diabetes happens in your body. Basically it is because I'm going to speak about type 2 diabetes that I didn't know what happens with this type of diabetes. Basically uh, is because the patient is consuming a lot, too many fat. That fat don't allow to your cells in your liver, and uh, in your muscles to respond properly to the insulin. That means that your liver and your muscles are not sensitive to the insulin. It is because they are they there is there are one environment high in fat. According to Cyrus Kambata, it is because your cells are in one self-protective mode. Protective mode. And what is the reason? Because when the insulin is trying to get in your cells, the cells reject it because they, hey, I can't receive your glucose because I am in one self-protective mode. You return later, and so the sugar is accumulating in your blood, and for a reason you become the one diabetic. Has a lot sense. I didn't know about it. I believe that the sugar creates diabetes, but seems that maybe the reality it is not so. I am speaking from one perspective of one vegetarian nutritionist that defends that advocate one vegetarian diet for it. I still didn't learn nothing about what is the opinion of one ketogenic nutritionist, and what is the opinion on what is the criteria, what is the arguments that use one ketogenic nutritionist, and what is the arguments that use one animal-based nutritionist. I In the past I saw some videos of some nutritionists that achieved to reverse diabetes using ketogenic diet. But maybe according to Cyrus Gambada, it is because we need to see to the patient to long term, in large period of time, not only in short period of time, because one patient can achieve to according to Cyrus Kambada, of course. According to Cyrus Kambada, one patient can decrease the amount of sugar, levels of sugar in blood, but it is because you are not consuming sugar, you are only consuming fat, but you are not solving the problem because, in fact, you are worsening your condition because you are continuously increasing more more fat in your body, mainly saturated fat. That it is not the same. If I it I remember that some ketogenic diet defend that one high amount of fat, saturated fat is good for health because the uh, because your brain mainly prefer consume fat instead of sugar. But now Cyrus Kambata say not. Uh, your brain mainly prefer consume sugar that other source of fuel. It is not confused. It is only contradictory that some people say that one thing is true, and another nutritionist, another professional say that another thing is true. And both defend and both argument that both have the reason because he studied, he reviewed the papers, scientific papers, scientific evidence, but just that. One thing interesting that Cyrus Kambata say is that, and also I saw in the testimonies of Chris with cancer, Chris work, but all cancer patients that the long-term period is very important. For instance, that happens with chemotherapy. A lot of people with chemotherapy, doing chemotherapy, achieve to life. I really don't know if achieve to life 5 years until 10 years using chemotherapy. But still are egg. And for another side, there are people that 10 years after are completely healthy because basically them they realize one vegetarian diet. They used the diet as medicine. But in another side, but if we translate it to diabetes, I believe that it is really true what say Cyrus Kambata that it's really important to monitor one patient in long term of period. Uh, because probable when I saw to that nutritionist that said that was capable to reverse diabetes using one ketogenic diet. He was only speaking about in short term period of time, and maybe he is believing that achieved to heal his condition, but after we don't know what happens with that patient. Um, so it is important for a reason. Uh, is key the time basically. Um, and it will be difficult to create one to try to not will be impossible but will be more difficult. I believe that will take more time to try to create functionality one functionality not one the most exact, the most I don't know how to say it, the most near uh, nutritional plans for 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 these cases because we have on one side type 1 diabetes and for another side one type 2 diabetes. I believe that I have now the key to heal, to help, not to heal, to help to patients with type 1 diabetes because it is basically caused, it is one autoimmune condition. And if you have one autoimmune condition, basically you can have one of these agents, foreign agents, body. It is also maybe also can be antidepressants. And you basically must remove that. But I need one protocol also for one type 2 diabetes. Not only diabetes, because we can have different through I believe that Cyrus Kambata will use would use only mainly vegetarian diet to reverse any condition. But the problem is when if I face the problem that there are patients, no, there are patients, there are doctors, there are professionals that will try. We will say, hey, the way to reverse type 2 diabetes is with ketogenic diet. What reason your software create one protocol mainly with vegetables, mainly with carbohydrates? If to reverse type 2 diabetes, we need fat and not more carbohydrates. Or maybe will come the nutritionist that is one meat defensor, mainly high meat defensor or advocate, and say, hey, we need here meat. What reason you decided to? What reason your software create one? Give me one plant for high in carbohydrates. We need mainly meat to help to the patient. Yep, maybe I need to open more options. More options. Yeah. Uh, okay, I still wasn't working with this functionality because I know that I have read a lot documentation of OpenAI API, because I had problems at the moment to create one nutritional protocol, because basically uh, it is only returning one when I ask for one nutritional plan for 7 days, only to return one nutritional plan for 1 day. That is one problem. I had to read more documentation to fix this problem. Therefore, I believe that I will suspend. I don't know for how many times, but I will suspend it because it becomes a little bit. It had more difficulties. I prefer to prioritize another features of the software, because allow because it allowed me to create uh, my protocols, not my protocols or Gma, my protocols, my own protocols based in the things that I am learning about patient health. Finally responds the server. So let's see what is the problem that is facing this. Oh my god, in this case, achieved to create the nutritional plan for 7 days, but the problem is that it is not constant. Sometimes response in this way out here one nutritional plan for 7 days, but another time or the majority of times it is answering or responding for with one nutrition plan for only 1 day. That is one problem. I will have to suspend it. Besides, I believe that will be more funny to create my own nutrition plan that only use GPT or one AI. After I will use also only to corroborate what is doing ChatGPT. Through I am seeing that ChatGPT is causing disasters because majority of time was creating only nutritional plan for only 1 day. Okay, guys. See you later. This is all for now.